Imagine this. What if the world kept telling you, it's impossible? What if every attempt you made collapsed into failure? What if you were ridiculed, laughed at, abandoned, and still expected to stand up again? Would you quit? Or would you fight for your dream until the world finally bowed to it? This is a story of a man who refused to give up, a man who turned rejection into fuel, a man who shows us that no dream is too big and no obstacle is permanent. This is the story of Elon Musk, and the one lesson his journey shouts out loud is simple. Backhand index pointing right, never quit on dreams. Elon Musk was born in Pretoria, South Africa, in 1971. His childhood wasn't the golden life you'd imagine for a future billionaire. His parents divorced, and at school, Elon was bullied so badly that once he was beaten unconscious and had to be hospitalized. He wasn't a strong kid in the class. He wasn't the most social either. But Elon had something no bully could touch, his imagination. As a child, he devoured books. Not just storybooks. He read encyclopedias, science fiction novels, history, philosophy, and engineering manuals. By the age of 9, he had finished the entire Encyclopedia Britannica. While the world laughed at him, Elon was quietly building his own universe in his mind. A universe where technology wasn't a limit, but a tool. A universe where dreams could shape the future. And inside his heart, one silent thought grew louder each day. One day, I will change the world. At the age of 12, Elon learned to code by himself. With nothing but curiosity and determination, he built a simple space-themed video game called Blaster. He sold it for $500. It wasn't a fortune, but it was proof that his ideas had value. Proof that his mind could create something the world wanted. That small win planted a seed, the seed of entrepreneurship. But Elon knew one thing. South Africa wasn't a place to make dreams happen. He wanted to go to the land where imagination and ambition were welcomed. The United States of America. At 17, Elon packed his bags and left for Canada first, the stepping stone to the U.S. He worked odd jobs to survive. Shoveling dirt at farms. Cleaning boilers in factories. Working at construction sites. The work was exhausting, the pay was tiny, but Elon didn't complain. He wasn't chasing comfort, he was chasing a future. Eventually, he earned a spot at the University of Pennsylvania, where he studied physics and economics. Nights and weekends, he would dream and plan. He didn't want just a job. He wanted to build things that mattered, things that could change humanity. After college, Elon and his brother Kimball started a company called Zip2. They had no money, no house, no luxury. Elon literally slept on the office floor and showered at the local YMCA. They pitched the idea to investors. Most laughed at them. Two broke kids want to change newspapers with online maps and directories? Ridiculous. But Elon kept pushing. He coded day and night, living off pizza and cheap meals. Finally, Zip2 got traction. And in 1999, Compaq bought it for $307 million. From nothing to millionaire at 28. For most people, that's the finish line. For Elon, it was just the beginning. With his earnings, Elon launched X.com, an online payments company. Back then, people thought sending money over the internet was insane. Banks didn't trust it. Experts mocked it. But Elon didn't care. He knew the internet would change everything. X.com later became PayPal. And although Elon was eventually pushed out of his CEO role by the board, the company grew massively and was acquired by eBay for $1.5 billion. Elon walked away with hundreds of millions. But deep inside, he wasn't chasing wealth. He was chasing impact. And this is where his real struggle began. Elon could have retired, bought an island, and lived a luxurious life. But instead, he made the craziest decision of his life. He poured almost all of his money into two impossible dreams. 1, Tesla, to revolutionize electric cars. 2, SpaceX, to make humanity a multi-planetary species. The world laughed. Electric cars will never work. Private companies can't launch rockets. Critics called him a fool. Investors doubted him. But Elon believed. He believed in a world where cars didn't destroy the planet. He believed in a future where humans could live beyond Earth. But dreams don't come easy. SpaceX's first rocket launch, failure. Second launch, failure. Third launch, failure. Every rocket carried millions of dollars, years of work, and the hopes of the team. Every explosion wasn't just metal burning. It was Elon's dream collapsing. At Tesla, things weren't any better. Production delays, technical issues, lack of funding. The company was on the edge of bankruptcy. Elon was burning through his fortune. He had to borrow money just to pay rent. The media mocked him, calling him a real-life Tony Stark wannabe destined to fail. Friends told him to quit. Investors begged him to stop. He was exhausted, broken, nearly bankrupt. At one point, Elon admitted, "I thought we were going to die. I thought both Tesla and SpaceX were going to fail." But here's the thing about Elon Musk. He doesn't quit. Even after 3 rocket explosions, he found the courage to try a 4th time. And that 4th launch? It was a success. SpaceX became the first private company to successfully send a rocket into orbit. NASA took notice. Contracts started coming in. The dream was alive again. At Tesla, after years of struggle, the Model S finally launched. Critics called it the best car ever made. Slowly, the world began to believe. From that point forward, Elon's journey exploded. Tesla grew into the world's most valuable car company. SpaceX launched reusable rockets, cutting costs by over 90%. They sent astronauts to space. They're planning missions to Mars. Elon also started SolarCity, Neuralink, The Boring Company, all tackling massive problems. The boy who was bullied in South Africa, the man who slept on his office floor, the entrepreneur who almost went bankrupt, is now reshaping entire industries, one dream at a time. Never quit on dreams. So what does Elon Musk's journey teach us? It teaches us that failure is not the end. It teaches us that criticism is just noise. It teaches us that if you're willing to risk everything for your dream, the universe will eventually reward your courage. Elon Musk isn't a genius because he never failed. He's a genius because he never quit. And that's the lesson for you. Whatever your dream is, whether it's building a business, becoming an artist, writing a book, or changing the world, remember this. Backhand index pointing right, the path will be hard. Backhand index pointing right, people will laugh. Backhand index pointing right, you will fall again and again. But if you stand back up, if you keep fighting, if you refuse to quit, your dream will one day stand tall, just like Elon's rockets. So the next time life knocks you down, remember Elon Musk. Remember the boy who was bullied, the man who was rejected, the entrepreneur who was called crazy. And remember how he turned all that into history. Dreams don't belong to the rich, the powerful, or the lucky. Dreams belong to those who never quit. If this story inspired you, if it lit a spark inside you, then don't let that fire die. Because one day, it could be your dream that changes the world. Backhand index pointing right. And for more stories that will push you to chase your destiny, make sure you subscribe to Willgenix channel.